So I've got 5 huge updates on the S27 lineup. And honestly, this time things have gotten better and worse at the exact same time. I don't know if I should thank Apple or blame them. A lot is happening. So let's get into it. So let's start with what fans have been asking for years, according to Korean media reports. The Galaxy S27 Pro is real. It's 6.7 inches with no S Pen slot, bigger than the standard S27, but noticeably smaller than the Plus and the Ultra. Now here's why this matters more than the size alone. In the past, if you wanted Samsung's top specs, you had no choice but to buy a giant Ultra. Meanwhile, Apple and Google have sold compact Pro-tier flagships for years, so anyone wanting a one-handed flagship was leaving Samsung. The S27 Pro finally fixes that. Moving on to the cameras, this is where the leak gets really interesting. Earlier rumors said the Pro and Ultra would share the exact same camera setup. Basically, a smaller Ultra. Ice Universe just walked that fact. The Pro shares the main 200-megapixel sensor and the 50-megapixel ultra-wide with the Ultra. Both are brand new sensors. But the telephoto on the Pro is a different lens. We just don't know the exact specs yet. And honestly, that mirrors exactly how Apple separates the iPhone Pro from the Pro Max. Now, the S27 Ultra is where things actually get exciting, because this has been 7 years in the making, according to multiple reliable reports. The S27 Ultra is bringing back variable aperture on a brand new 200-megapixel main sensor. It's also getting low-fic technology, which gives you hardware-level HDR without the ghosting and overprocessing. In plain terms, better low-light performance, real depth of field control, proper bokeh instead of the fake software stuff, and way cleaner highlights in video. Now here's the ironic part. Samsung already had variable aperture back on the Galaxy S9 and the S10 series. They were the first to put it on a major flagship, and then they killed it to chase the 200-megapixel resolution race. Surprisingly, the iPhone 18 Pro is also launching with variable aperture this September. So Samsung's own tech is finally coming home, years late, and only because Apple put it on the roadmap first. Now here's where the lineup goes the other direction completely. Samsung is splitting the chips just like Apple does. And honestly, the Pro chip is the upgrade Samsung needed. Last year's Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 was already head-to-head with Apple's A19 Pro. So this is how Samsung keeps its performance lead. On paper, that's a clean win for the Pro and Ultra. But here's the real shocker. The Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 Pro costs over $300 per unit, which is genuinely insane. That's the most expensive mobile chip Qualcomm has ever made. Apple makes its own A-series chips, so they're insulated from this cost spiral. Samsung doesn't get that luxury. So Samsung either eats the cost or they pass it to you. And the S26 Ultra is already pricier than the iPhone, so widening that gap could be a disaster. Which leaves option 3. Cut costs somewhere else. And that's exactly what's starting to leak. And it's not great news for the S27 and the Plus. According to a Korean report, Samsung is bringing BOE in as a panel supplier for the S27 and the S27 Plus. And honestly, this is where we might have to blame Apple. For years, Apple has used cheaper BOE OLED panels on the standard iPhones to cut costs.
Samsung has done similar on their mid-range A series, but the S line is supposed to be a flagship. Samsung saves about $5 per unit using BOE. Sounds like nothing, but stack that against the millions of standard and Plus units they ship every year, and we're looking at hundreds of millions in savings. But here's the catch. You're being charged flagship money for a phone that's quietly turning into a mid-range device with a flagship sticker on it. And the same thing is happening in the foldable space. Samsung literally helped Apple build its first foldable iPhone, and that iPhone Fold is about to beat the Z Fold 8 in a way nobody expected. We want you to stay with us by subscribing and share your valuable feedback through comments. See you in the next video.